I'm Lucas Jervis and I'm a choreographer. I make dance works for a living. So I compose a series of steps and tell dancers how to put it together in order to tell a story. When I choreograph a work, I never come up with steps in my head. I always come up with ideas and themes and situations. And then I share those situations and themes and ideas with the dancers, and then they come up with funny and interesting solutions that then I shape into a choreographic sequence. Queensland Ballet approached me to create a new Red Riding Hood, and I immediately said yes. I suggested that we should create a new interpretation of this great fairy tale because I didn't want to create another damsel in distress story. I wanted to create a work that empowered little girls and little boys to be superheroes, to be confident and strong, and a work that encouraged teamwork. It's very difficult creating a story without any words. So you need to establish a series of characters, and then you need to come up with a series of physical gestures that represent that character. And another really important point is how those characters interact with each other on stage physically in order to establish their relationships together. So Little Red Riding Hood is a very smart, passionate young girl, and her best friend is her grandma. So in this production of Red Riding Hood, Little Red's cape is like a superhero cape, and it is given to her by grandma. So Little Red Riding Hood's physicality in this production is based on traditional classical ballet movements, but they are assembled in a fast and fluid and sophisticated way to show that she is brave and strong. After Red Riding Hood receives the cape from grandma, we're introduced to her brother. And he's a rascal, and he's a bit of a bully, and he teases and annoys Little Red Riding Hood all the time. And she uses her Red Riding Hood cape to escape into a world of imagination. So it's her safe place. The brothers' movements are not based on classical ballet vocabulary. They're very playful, they're very theatrical, and they sit more in a contemporary dance space. On the way to grandma's through the forest, Little Red Riding Hood's brother keeps annoying and teasing her. So she again escapes into her safe place, which is underneath her Little Red Riding Hood cape. When she reappears, she reimagines the forest as a golden, wonderful place. And the wolf appears. He is an extension of her little brother. The movement for the wolf took a long time to construct because it was based on puppetry. So we had to establish the dancer's expression as the puppeteer, but we also had to establish the feelings and emotions of the actual puppet. And we had to make sure that the thoughts were being translated from the dancer through the puppet into the action in the space. And that took quite some time to refine. When the wolf is with Little Red Riding Hood in the forest, he is sly and he is mysterious and he sneaks around her. He even does the moonwalk at one stage. And Little Red's movements are very bossy, and she's in control of the situation, always telling him what to do and telling him off. The grandma in our production looks like your typical grandma in a fairy tale. However, her movements are much more playful and fun and youthful than what you might expect a grandma to do. When choreographing, just make sure you're having fun and don't judge one another and don't judge yourself. Make as many mistakes and take as many risks as possible